What do you think you learned about yourself through your first marriage?
I don't think opposites should be together. I think you should marry someone that not only is your best friend, but I think likes to do the things you like to do. Otherwise, you're sacrificing and they're sacrificing. And I think that's a big mistake. I mean, you might be attracted to opposites because they're cool and interesting and different than you, but it's not easy to make that work over long periods of time. And I think, my ex was a wonderful gal, and she's cerebral, she's super talented. She's incredibly creative. She was a writer. But we just were very different, right? My ex wasn't very interested in my career. And at one point we saw a marriage counselor, and the therapist said to her, how do you feel about your husband? You don't like your husband being CEO of Starwood Hotels very much, do you? She said, I hate it. So you have to support each other. And if you don't, then you're gonna get in trouble. And I think one of the reasons, by the way, I didn't want my kids to grow up in a broken household, so I stuck around for a long time. And I would say my marriage wasn't awful. It wasn't optimal for either of us.
I was talking to Adrienne, and she said you're maniacally busy and you maniacally travel, both as a way to avoid being with yourself.
Interesting, Adrienne would have that. I'm very busy, but I also do too many things. And so slimming down that agenda. Also, I'm a nice guy. I get asked to speak a lot, and I don't know how to say no a lot.
She also said it's good that you aren't just on your own schedule 24/7 now, and that's helping a little bit with
Everybody who knows me wants me to slow down. So, I will. I'm trying.
He always says he wants to slow down, and I'm like, that's bullshit. I don't see you slowing down, but I'll engage in this storyline with you. Yeah, we can all pretend you're gonna slow down.
Why does he say he wants to slow down?
I think he says it in part because he thinks he's supposed to. It's the only way he knows how to be, is to be hyper functional kind of,
yeah.
And working all the time.
It doesn't look sustainable to anyone. It's a lot. I got too many responsibilities, both philanthropic, personal. I need to spend more time with my children too. I'm there for them, but I'm not physically with them. We vacation as a group. I should probably take them away one-on-one, and just spend time with them.
How do you even figure out what that right balance is?
You tell me. There's no book. I don't know. I'm blessed. They all turn out to be great kids. I think with the right set of values. I have to, thank my ex-wife for helping. I think our style of raising children was very different, and a cause of friction between the two of us. And I'd say that the reason my daughter knows me better now is I don't talk to her through the lens of my ex. She talks to me directly, and my ex isn't around to say, interpret me. It's actually just me.
I think that actually my parents separating for me allowed me to get to know my dad as an individual more. We had a few years we probably weren't as close.
Why do you think that was?
I was angry about their divorce, but I think that in the past couple years, I see so much of myself in him, and we just have come to really enjoy the time that we spend together.
She'd bring her friends on these trips with me, and her friends would say, your dad is so much fun and so cool. She's like, really? And then she started looking at me with a different lens. So, we'd be dancing or going out at a club or something and dancing on a table together, and she's looking at me like, who is this guy?
I was told you can be brutally honest. If she doesn't ride well and you're there, you could be like, what the hell? I could have been playing golf.
That's not true. So Adrienne has a pretty, she's very hard on herself. And so if she doesn't do well, she won't even talk to me when I'm up there.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh. She'll go in the ring and out of the ring and then don't talk to me. So, I'm like, okay, so I drive an hour and a half to get there, watch her for 84 seconds, and then she's not talking to me, I have to drive home.
He's like, I'll come all this way, and she'll just walk right by me, not say anything, not make eye contact.
Okay,
and
I've
then I won't
gotten
even
better.
Get to see
I'm
her.
getting older, and I've gotten better. I used to be really bad, and I think that I used to feel a bit more of a time pressure in my riding because I had this timeline after college of what I was going to do post-college and what my like allotted time to focus 100% on horses was.
I told her she could follow her dreams when she got out of Brown. I did not know that she'd still be riding at this age. I did not anticipate that I didn't know how much her dreams would cost.
I'll always have guilt, honestly, about the finances behind what it costs to do this.
Do you?
Oh my God, immense, right? Like, yeah, and that's always like when it's not going well, I think about all the other things that could be done, either like with my time, with that money, right? Like how, and it's this like, it's for the pursuit of greatness. That's what we're chasing, and that's what he understands.
I think she's ranked 7th in the country now, so it's working out okay. And she doesn't have a great horse yet. She's making up horses to try to make this Olympics, so it'll be hard. One more year, and she'd be in great shape. But this barn is young, and she needs more time on them.
I have 9 horses here and a mini pony who rules the barn. He's probably out. He's always loose around the farm. Yeah, he's out there eating.
So who's this guy?
This guy, his name is Lauda. He's named after the race car driver, Niki Lauda. He's the horse I bought most recently. He's 8 years old. Horses tend to peak around like 11-ish, 10, 11. So I think he's gonna be a really top horse. You never know where they'll end up, but maybe you'll see him in LA.
Likes the cameras.
Yeah, he's very interested. He won't bite you, I promise. This horse has like the key to my heart right now. Just something about her, and she's so talented, and I'm obsessed with her, but she's so difficult.
And what's her name?
Her name is Kaya.
Okay.
I'm like convinced she's gonna be a superstar, but yeah.
She also runs the barn. She keeps her budgets, and she fires people and hires people, and it's a good training ground for responsibility for any young person. And as you know, she gets up at dawn and puts the hours in. You can't, like anything.
Long days.
Extremely long days. And it's, she loves it, but it's not for me.
So what are you gonna be doing with this guy?
So he's very spunky. Like, he doesn't look spunky right now, but he's kind of always testing me. Yeah, everything with horses is like a science.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like putting all the various pieces together. I spend like at least 8 hours a day riding. But at this point, like it's not really exercise for me. Like, it's just what I do.
I don't know how critical to be of her riding. Like, so I don't criticize her on her riding, but I'll say, you're a little slow on that turn, which I could see. I've watched enough shows to see her go slow. And I'm pretty analytical about it.
And she's spoken a little bit about the kind of mental health challenges connected to the sport and
I couldn't
all
do what
that.
she does. I need to control my destiny more. You get on an animal that weighs a lot more than you do, and you're hoping it's having a good day. She may have not have told you, went to Olympic trials, and she was nursing one of her best horse back to health, and basically the horse went lame, meaning that like it turned its ankle in the warm-up ring, and she couldn't ride. I mean, she cried for 48 hours, and nothing you can do but just be there for her.
The way you feel in that moment it feels like the death of a person. It's like the death of a dream, and he's so compassionate in that moment for me, and somebody who I think often doesn't present as like ultra compassionate in his day-to-day life or the business world. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for saying that. And I know he's proud of me no matter what, I really do. But like, for sure when he comes to watch, I really want to like make him proud always.
What about that, even saying that?
Makes me emotional. Yeah. He wants it for me just as much as I do. And kind of he's always told me like he hopes one day that I like take over for him. So we'll see what ends up happening with that.
I understand you could see Adrienne potentially one day taking over for you.
I don't know if she'd want to do that. She's not trained in finance or business. She is competitive, and she's a good person. My youngest son is also probably more capable. He's certainly more trained. He went to Harvard Business School. Adrienne, I could see her working certainly in the hotel field. In business, you gotta be disciplined, and you gotta want it. And I think she probably wants it more than the younger child, William. So I would never put anything past her.